कुछ कहने से पहले मैं आपसे कहना चाहती हूँ गुड मॉर्निंग। इसे कहते हैं enthusiastic, beautiful, high energy audience। मुझे ये भी पता है कि फ्रेडरिक के स्पीच के बाद आपका जोश मतलब वहां तक पहुंच गया है, तो इट्स अ टफ एक्ट टू फॉलो, आई नो, बट हैविंग सेड दैट, लुक एट ऑल ऑफ यू, वाओ, अमेजिंग!
A very, very warm welcome, Mandira. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Shefali. It's so wonderful being here. I mean, in the midst of people who are high energy, who love their job, जो अपने काम को लेकर मतलब जोशीले हैं, बहुत ही पैशनेट हैं, और ऐसे लोगों के बीच ये it's my pleasure and it's my privilege.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the audience really wants to know a lot. Yes, हमें मौका मिलेगा बहुत सारे सवाल पूछने का from Mandira. Please request everyone to sit down so that we can really learn from her fantastic experience also. Okay, we will try and keep it as English and Hindi. Is that okay? Yeah, thank you. So, Mandira, I think pehla sawal, when we look at you, so physically fit, of course, amongst amazing achievements that you have had, I think every woman's dream is to be as fit as you are. So, please share करें हमारे साथ में, where did this journey of physical fitness really begin in your life?
Firstly, I want to start by saying something that आम तौर पे ना जो औरतें होती हैं, लेडीज होती हैं, वो अपनी उम्र छुपाती हैं। आप में से भी ऐसे होंगे, मुझे पता है, पर मैं अपनी उम्र छुपाती नहीं हूँ, और मैं शुरू में कहना चाहती हूँ कि अगले महीने मेरे को विश करना जरूर, हाँ, अगले महीने अप्रैल 15 को मैं 50 की होने वाली हूँ।
Awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely awesome.
So I think that's one thing to share up front, because I really, what is the secret? जब आप छोटे छोटे अच्छे हैबिट्स अपनी लाइफ में शुरू करते हैं, अपने आप को छोटी छोटी चेंजेस के साथ सही ट्रैक पे लाते हैं, that counts for, you know, dividends and yield and results later. तो कैसे मैं गई इस वर्ल्ड ऑफ फिटनेस में? देखो, मोटिवेशन कुछ भी हो, चाहे आप अपने एक खूबसूरत ड्रेस में फिट होना चाहते हो, या आप फिटनेस की जर्नी पे मतलब उतरना चाहते हो, या मेरी तरह 2008 में मुझे इनवाइट किया गया, आई वाज इनवाइटेड टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ फियर फैक्टर। खतरों के खिलाड़ी आप जानते हैं ना, बहुत ही पॉपुलर शो है, बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है उसमें, बहुत स्ट्रेंथ मेंटल और फिजिकल की जरूरत होती है। तो मैंने सोचा कि देखो, मैं इस शो का हिस्सा होने वाली हूँ, आई नीड टू बी अ स्ट्रॉन्ग कंटेंडर, मीन्स रियली लाइक स्ट्रॉन्ग कंटेंडर, नॉट जस्ट लाइक। तो मैंने उस वक्त ही एक्सरसाइज की जर्नी शुरू की, और उससे पहले मैं हफ्ते में 2-3 बार एक्सरसाइज करती थी। आई यूज्ड टू एक्सरसाइज, बट इट वाज जस्ट लाइक बिकॉज वन हैड टू डू इट। उस वक्त से मैंने डिसाइड किया कि दैट वाज माय इनिशियल मोटिवेशन। तो आपका इनिशियल मोटिवेशन कुछ भी हो, it doesn't matter, nobody is judging, right? But to stay on that journey, to stay on that path, that is what is important. चाहे वो फिटनेस में हो या आपके काम में हो, you know, the initial enthusiasm is all very beautiful. ये कितना अच्छा है, it's such a nice, you know, career opportunity. But to stick with it and keep that passion going and keep yourself going, that's the tough part, to stay on the wagon. Getting onto the wagon is very easy. वो initial motivation जो भी हो, but staying the path and, you know, doing it day in and day out and feeling passionate about it, that's what's important. That's the thing. That's the difference, you know, between being successful and not.
Absolutely agree, and I think most of us actually are really struggling with getting consistent. So any tips on how you stay so consistent?
मैं इतना जरूर कहूंगी कि सोशल मीडिया जो है ना, बहुत लोग सोशल मीडिया को नेगेटिव बुलाते हैं। मैं सोशल मीडिया को बहुत ही पॉजिटिवली यूज करती हूँ। एक बार मैंने कहा कि अच्छा देखो, मुझे अब हर रोज एक्सरसाइज करना है, तो चाहे आपके 10 फॉलोअर्स हों या 10 फ्रेंड्स हों या 1 मिलियन फॉलोअर्स हों, अगर इफ यू पुट इट आउट इनटू द यूनिवर्स ना, कि मैं ना हर रोज 40 दिन के लिए एक्सरसाइज करूंगी या करूंगा, यहाँ पे जेंटलमैन भी बैठे हैं, तो इट विल बी, यू नो, इट्स लाइक पुटिंग इट आउट इन द यूनिवर्स, एंड देन यू नो, यू not that anybody is following you, not that anybody is checking कि हर रोज इन्होंने एक्सरसाइज किया या नहीं, but it's something you put out into the universe, so it's like a promise you've made to yourself. So that's one way. The other thing I say is, you know what, लोग ऐसे उलझन में पड़ जाते हैं कि मुझे जिम जाना है, मुझे जिम मेंबरशिप लेना है, और जिम के साथ साथ क्या होता है ना कि मुझे सही कपड़े भी पहनने होते हैं, अच्छा जिम आउटफिट भी होना चाहिए, तो बहुत सारा तामझाम हो जाता है उसके साथ. Worry about going to the gym later. Start with, and I tell you, this is what I did this morning also. Start with walking. Walking is such beautiful exercise. आप ठान लो हर रोज मैं 6000 स्टेप करूंगी या करूंगा, या मैं 8000 स्टेप करूंगी या करूंगा. टुडे आई सेड, यू नो, दिस मॉर्निंग आफ्टर मीटिंग यू, मैं 10,000 स्टेप कंप्लीट करके ही स्टेज पर आऊंगी, तो मैं अभी 12,000 स्टेप पे हूं. So I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying the important thing is that start with something that's easy, something that's doable. The best part about walking is, you know what, your exercise session starts the moment you finish tying your shoelaces. तो आपने अपने shoelace बांध दिए और चलना शुरू, तो फिर ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता, तो आपको कपड़ों की नहीं पड़ी कि मैं जिम में कैसे लगूंगी, ये सब, you know, those things will take up a lot of your energy and time, and that's not important. To get started and to keep yourself going, do something that you can do easily. तो मैंने ना पहली बार जब ये 40 डे अपने आप को चैलेंज दिया, तो 40 डेज किया, मैंने कहा ये तो बड़ी इजीली हो गया. तो उसके बाद मैंने कहा मैं 100 दिन का चैलेंज अपने आप को दूंगी, तो 100 दिन भी हो गए आराम से. फिर वो 100 दिन के 99th डे पर जब मैं पहुंची, मैंने कहा ये 100 दिन वेस्ट ना हो जाए, तो मैंने इसको 365 डे का चैलेंज किया. और मैंने ये पैंडेमिक में खत्म हुआ था, तो 365 days I exercised every single day doing something or the other. So जिम हो या वॉक हो या कुछ भी हो, मतलब एक्टिविटी of 45 minutes is very important. It will hold you in such good stead later on in life. तो start small. और एक और चीज मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, क्या है कि जब वेट लॉस की जर्नी पर कोई जाता है, वो कहते हैं ना, ओहो मुझे 20 किलो लूज करने हैं, मुझे 15 किलो लूज करने हैं. जब मैं प्रेग्नेंट हुई थी, मैंने 22 किलोज बढ़ाए अपने, विच इज वे टू अनहेल्दी, दैट्स अ लॉट. यस, अगर मैं वो 22 किलोज को देखती तो मैं आई डोंट थिंक आई वुड हैव लॉस्ट द वेट. तो आप ना अपने आप को छोटे गोल्स दो, गिव योरसेल्फ स्मॉल गोल्स. सो यू से टू योरसेल्फ फर्स्ट दैट यू नो व्हाट, मैं इस हफ्ते 1 किलो लूज करूंगी. तो 1 किलो आपने लूज किया, आपने कहा बहुत बढ़िया, वेल डन, I've lost 1 kilo. Then the next week give yourself, say chalo, I can maybe lose it, and pat yourself on the back and say, I finished a kilo and a half, so I'm now 2.5 kilos down. So give yourself these small goals and reward yourself, and be happy that you've achieved these small goals, and that's how you'll reach your eventual target. That's how I look at a weight loss journey. That's how I look at anything in life. It's not about the macro picture. The macro picture should be there at the back of your mind, but it's those little goals that'll get you there.
Very, very simple and achievable, and these tips we can really follow. Thank you so much. And आपके हिसाब से, when we're talking about fitness, because so many people follow you, and what do you feel, why is fitness important for being a successful person?
You need fitness for anything. You need fitness to have survived this pandemic. Look at ये पिछले 2-2.5 साल जो हमारे लिए बहुत अलग है. The new normal, we keep saying new normal, there's so many new normals, but eating healthy, exercising, that holds you in good stead. I had COVID as well. ये नहीं कि COVID fit लोगों को नहीं होता है, सबको हो सकता है. It's a very contagious thing, but it kept me going. I was 2 दिन मैं बीमार थी, 2 दिन मुझे थोड़ा बहुत बुखार हुआ था. तीसरे दिन मैंने सोचा कि तीसरे दिन मैं 3000 स्टेप करूंगी, चौथे दिन मैं 4000 स्टेप करूंगी, 5वें दिन मैं 5000 स्टेप करूंगी. और वैसे मेरा कोविड ऐसे ही गुजर गया और मैं बिल्कुल ठीक थी. By the end of my 10 days, I was doing 10,000 steps. So, I mean, you need to be fit. Fitness, firstly, is, it's not just about, जैसे कि मैंने पहले कहा था, वो initial motivation, important, जो भी है, whatever gets you there. But fitness has to become a way of life. It's not just about exercise. It's also about mindful eating. ठीक है? हम जितना भी कहते हैं कि एक्सरसाइज कर लिया तो चलो आज आइसक्रीम खाया जाए, नहीं. तो it's 30% exercise, it's 70% eating. You've got to be mindful about what you put into your system, and it's also about, you know, mental fitness. So you can have muscles and a six-pack, but if mentally and emotionally you're not in a good place, then that doesn't work. So, like, you know, Oriflame is about beauty inside out. It's about a holistic approach to beauty. Like that, our lives and our, you know, we have to strive towards reaching a space where we are mentally, emotionally, physically, and what a lot of you also are by working in this organization, financially fit. So you've got to find a way that you can be all of these so that you can be a better professional, that, you know, you have to be physically fit to be a part of, I mean, to do the job that you do. So that comes when it's a holistic approach, when it's mental, when it's emotional, when it's physical, and, you know, you're eating right. That's when you can approach life with a positive attitude and with, you know, strength and with, you know, with a way forward, with a, you know, that it's very important. It's holistic wellness that's important. And you need it. You need it for your jobs. I say this, I have 2 young kids. I have a 10-year-old son and I have a 5.5-year-old daughter. I need to be fit to keep up with them. So I'll run with them and I'll outrun them, and soon they'll outrun me. But till I can outrun them, I want to be strong and I want to be fit as a parent. I want to be strong and I want the kind of schedules that I have as well. Flights I'm taking. Sometimes I'm in places for less than 10 hours. I've taken a flight, I've gone to an event, I've done my event, I've taken a flight in my sari back. For that, we need physical fitness. Everybody sitting over here needs to have a level of fitness to get by and do well and feel good about their jobs as well, right?
Absolutely, and I think it's so very important, and thank you for the answer. एक और चीज which I think, of course, even men do struggle, but बहुत बारी women I think feel, I feel we struggle more, and this is a question which comes to us also, since our company has a lot of women also. तो ये feeling रहती है because as a woman you're doing multiple roles and each is important, and as for every woman priority is family. So जब family and you know, fitness and business सबकी बात आती है, so time management में सब बहुत struggle करते हैं. So how do you kind of manage your time? If you could give us tips.
तो सबसे पहले मैं ये कहूँगी कि जो Indian woman है ना, she is like something else. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए आप सबके लिए. क्योंकि एक भारतीय नारी जो होती है, yes, थोड़े और whistles कर दो. भारतीय नारी जो होती है ना, सब पर, she's way ahead of her Western counterpart as well. वो एक अच्छी बेटी है, वो एक अच्छी माँ है, वो एक अच्छी पत्नी है, वो एक अच्छी डॉटर इन लॉ है, वो एक अच्छी बहन है, और वो एक अच्छी करियर वुमन भी है. So the way she dons all those hats and manages and multitasks, I don't think the Western woman can do that. So I'm just sorry, Frederick, wherever you are, sorry. I'm all for the Indian women. Everyone sitting over here, make some more noise. तो जो एक भारतीय नारी कर सकती है, और जो मर्द लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं, वो भी तालियां बजाओ प्लीज. So what an Indian woman can do, no one else can. Because, you know, she maintains her relationships and focuses on her career and manages to do it with amazing, you know, grace. अब रही बात वो मल्टीटास्किंग की, हम कैसे करते हैं, आप यहाँ बैठी सारी औरतों से पूछो हाउ दे डू इट. यू नो we all have to juggle multiple roles, and I use this line very often, and that juggle is a struggle for everyone, right? For you sitting in the audience, for you sitting over here, for me as well. So हम सबको ना एक फॉर्मूला ढूंढना पड़ता है, और कुछ लोगों के लिए जिनका 9 to 5 जॉब है उनका फॉर्मूला अलग होता है, कुछ लोगों के लिए जिनका जॉब और जिनका काम इज नॉट इन द स्ट्रिक्ट 9 to 5 जोन, उनका जो है फॉर्मूला अलग होता है. आपका फॉर्मूला अलग है, मेरा फॉर्मूला अलग है. वी ऑल हैव टू फाइंड दैट फॉर्मूला. एंड नाउ I am working 4 days a week. I could be out of town. I could be working in Bombay. I'm not near my children. But when I am near my children, I am ghuzod, like right into whatever they are doing. So it's nowhere can my children ever think that I'm a non-participative mother. So all of us have to find that one little formula. And for some people, that formula differs from week to week, from day to day, from month to month. So you have to find that formula that works for you. And one thing I will say, never shy away from taking help. You know, sometimes we women like to take a lot of responsibility on ourselves, like to take a lot of burden on ourselves, and sometimes that leads to like a burnout. So don't feel shy. You have support systems around you. Use that help. I live by my support systems. I'm so thankful and so grateful for the support system I have. Right now I'm here, and my best friend, she came and stayed the night with my children. So I take help. You should never shy away from taking help. So that is it. Everybody has to find their formula, and always know that if you have that support system, please do not shy away from taking help. We all have that formula, and we all use that formula in different ways, and maybe we've got to find a forum one day to share our formulas with each other. But my formula, really, it differs from week to week, and I just have to find a new, people talk about this new normal every couple of months. I have to do a new normal every week. I have to find a new normal every week and find a new sort of formula every week for myself.
Thank you so much, Mandira. And I think हम सब तैयार हैं वो formula ढूंढने के लिए, so that executives within 5 years. Ready for that? Yeah? Great. So my next question, of course, अगर हम आपकी पूरी biography देखें, आपकी history देखें, you've done such a fantastic work and very different. So ज़रूर होगा इतना success पाने के लिए आपने कहीं failures भी face करे होंगे. And जब आप उन failures के through गुजरे, how did you handle it, and how did you motivate yourself to get up and stand back again and move forward?
मैं आप सबको एक चीज कहना चाहती हूँ, and I look back at my career of 25 के बाद मैंने ना गिनना ही बंद कर दिया. 25 तक मैं गिन रही थी, I think 27, 28, पर 26 पता नहीं कितने साल हो गए. But one thing that when I look back at my career and I see, I've written a book also, and I've talked about it there. You learn much more from failure than you learn from success. What does success teach you? Success teaches you, okay, great, you get a pat on your back, you get that sense of validation, people tell you you've done a great job, you feel good about yourself, all that is there. What you learn from failure, you learn more from failure than you learn from success. I've had so many instances. There was okay, let's talk about the cricket. When I did cricket, for example, my first entire 10 days out of 70 days of this project that I was auditioned amongst 200 women for, okay, more than 200 women. I went on that panel. I was supposed to be this presenter, and every single show of mine, it's called wraparound programming. Before the match, in the middle of the innings, and after the match. Every one of those 3 shows, I'd stutter and stumble and, worry and not be in the moment. And at the end of every show, I would put my head down on my desk and I would cry because this was not going as planned. But, of course, I got a little bit of a boost from the channel saying, look, we've chosen you for a reason. You might as well start enjoying yourself. You are passionate about cricket, so you're here to stay. So just start enjoying yourself. And there was a switch in my brain at that particular point of time that just told me that, heaven and hell is in your head. And I decided from here on in, it's heaven. Nobody is expecting me to be a commentator or an expert or an analyst. I'm a presenter. I'm supposed to ask all of their questions, all of your questions. So from that point onwards, I just started living in the moment and enjoying myself. And that's where the passion grew. And that, when you enjoy your job, when you love what you do, when you're passionate about what you do, then it doesn't feel like work. And from that point onwards, literally after 1 week of my really failing and being an absolute disaster on live television, everything changed for me. And I learned a very important lesson that day, that firstly, it's very, very important. Spirituality teaches you this, and this is something I can tell everybody over here. We worry so much about the future. We're anxious about the future. We have so many regrets about the past. But the most important thing in life is to live in this moment and make this moment, the moment that you are living in right now, the very best that it can be. So that's what cricket taught me. That's what failure taught me. That's what taught, I learned कि आगे वो मुझे राहुल द्रविड़ को इंट्रोड्यूस करना है और मैंने वो लाइंस ठीक से पता नहीं लिखे नहीं, क्या करूं? तो rather than being anxious about that and rather than worrying about वो वाला discussion ठीक से गया नहीं, it's important to say, you know what, let's make this discussion and these words coming out of my mouth right this very second the best that they can be. So there's a lot to learn from failure. That this is just one example. Failure teaches you so much. I'll even give you another example. In this business, everybody thinks it's all, hunky-dory and very glamorous and very beautiful. There was a movie that I did. There was a South Indian film that I was invited to be a part of. And when the producer wanted me, she was a lady. She said, "Oh my God, Mandira, you're an inspiration. I love you." And there's this role where you play a cop and where you're like, you're this really bad, not bad cop, but I don't know whether I can use this word here, but like a tough cop, okay? So you're a really tough cop and, we can't see anyone else play the role. And I came to Goa to shoot it and we shot an entire 8 days of schedule, lots of slow motion shots. And I was like, wow, this one they can't do without me. And this role is made for me and everything. And then a little while later, there was some date problems and I could not give them the exact dates that they wanted because they kept changing dates. And they just replaced me. And they replaced me without even telling me. Oh my. Yeah, and that happens to people like us as well. So, you feel like a failure at that particular point of time, but you have to pick yourself up. I give myself exactly 1 day to, to feel bad and process it and, deal with it. And it is failure in some sense. Maybe I realized that there is something to learn from this. I gave them a little bit of a rundown as far as dates was concerned. But they, there's always something to learn. So also I've learned never to talk about a project till I've actually finished shooting the project. That's also something to learn from it. So there are ups and downs in life. And the one thing to always keep in mind, and मैं सबको कहना चाहती हूँ, वो good times भी जो हैं और bad times भी जो हैं, वो दोनों, they're both transient. They're both passing. The highs and the lows, the crests and the troughs, the good times and the bad, they both pass. So you've got to find a space in between. Let not the highs, take you to a space of arrogance and, not good place. And let not the lows take you so low. Find a place in between. That's why, my book is called Happy for No Reason. So, Happy for No Reason is an intent I put out every day. कि आपके बाहर जो है ना, that should not dictate your happiness. What should dictate your happiness is something that comes from within. तो आज आप गोवा में हैं, that should not be it can be a part of your added happiness, but it cannot be the reason for your happiness. Happiness is something that you create from within. So I think failure, a lot of anger issues I've had in the past has taught me that we've got to find a place of being happy for no reason, happy from within.
That's wonderful. I think zordar taaliyan ho jaye and more power to you, Mandira. That's just shows so much strength. Excellent. Really nice.
And one more thing I want to say connected to this, to help me get to a place from, a place of happiness for no reason really. It's an intent I put out every day. Sometimes there are things external that bring me down or lift me up further, take me higher. But I will tell you one thing. The one thing that really led me to being in a place that I am right now, in a place of positivity, and this is something that I think everybody can, learn from, and that is gratitude. हिंदी में जो शब्द है, मैंने backstage में देखा, कृतज्ञता. I don't know how many people use that word, but gratitude, saying thank you, saying thank you to the higher power, saying thank you to the universe. It is a secret, it's a superpower. Thank you, say thank you for what is, say thank you for what isn't. Because in front of you, whatever is happening, it's either a lesson or a blessing. These are not cliches. मैं सुबह जब मैं उठती हूँ, आँख खोलने से पहले ना, I just say thank you for the food on my table, thank you for the roof over my head, thank you for my children, thank you for their health. I say thank you, and then I open my eyes. And the more you appreciate things, the more there is to appreciate. So that is something that's got me to a place of, balance, that's got me to a place of actually feeling happy from within. There will be few fluctuations up and down like this, but they won't be up and down like this. They'll be like over here in a place of moderation. Because generally speaking, I've become a positive person, and this positivity has come from gratitude. So I know this was not a part of the question, but I just wanted to share this because gratitude is really a superpower. And the moment you start believing in it and practicing it, your life will change. There's something I read, sorry, before your next question. A very, very important thing. Whenever you're feeling low, whenever you're feeling down and out, just take a piece of paper and list out 10 things that you're grateful for. Okay? Yes? You're grateful. Number 1 on the list, Oriflame. Yes? Okay, but I'm saying make a list of things that you're grateful for. And when you write that list, firstly, that list can become a never-ending list. At the end of my book ends with a chapter on gratitude. And I said, let me tell people, because people know you say, gratitude is so important, and people say, what is there to be grateful for? Yeah, my life is not... I said, sit down and write. Firstly, write roof over my head, food on my table, my health, my able body, the work that I have, the job that I have, the money that I'm earning. So when you start writing that list, so in that book also, I said, first I'll end the book with a list of 20 things I'm grateful for. 20 became 25, 25 became 30, 30 became 50, 50 became 75, 75 became 100, and still I had more to write about, so I wrote 108 things I'm grateful for. Because 108 is that magical number, that auspicious number. So whenever and wherever there is gratitude, whenever you are feeling truly grateful for the things that you have, you cannot be negative, you cannot be unhappy, you cannot be angry when you're feeling true gratitude. So I read this somewhere, whenever and wherever there is gratitude, there is no room for unhappiness, there is no room for negativity, and there is no room for anger.
Thank you so much, Mandira. And जो मंदिरा ने अभी gratitude के बारे में बोला, I think it's so true because I know personally at least the first 3 tables and the chairs that people are sitting in the rows, there are many, many leaders who actually follow it. So great, thank you so much. Now, when we look back again at your career, मंदिरा ने ऐसे काम किए जो कि actually first time कोई एक woman ने किए होंगे India में and even across the globe as well. And आपने अपने करियर को बहुत डिफरेंटली हैंडल किया. You've been an actress, you've been a designer, so many different things together. So it has been different. So our business also is a little different from the normal conventional businesses. And what really happens is a lot of us also face a lot of negativity, especially when we are struggling and moving up. Of course, जब हम successful हो जाते हैं, so everything converts into positivity, right? That's what we face. However, जब आपने एकदम unconventional, different चीजें करी, जानी बात है that you would have faced a lot of negative comments, people trying to pull you down. How did you handle that?
Firstly, I have to say, now I'm going to say it with gratitude, not with arrogance, okay? I have some nice firsts in my name. I look back now and say, I was a part of the first ever daily soap on Indian television. वो Monday to Friday वाला जो मामला है ना television में, मेरे show के साथ शुरू हुआ, शांति के साथ.
Yes.
फिर I was the first female cricket presenter, so that was amazing. अब जब भी आप cricket देखते हैं, किसी भी चैनल पर देखते हैं, न्यूज चैनल पर देखते हैं, एक औरत या लड़की या महिला वहां पे है. वो मेरे साथ शुरू हुआ. Again, I'm not saying this with arrogance, I'm saying this with utmost gratitude.
I think amazing blouses and designers भी आप ही से शुरू हुआ.
इसलिए आजकल ना जब भी मैं किसी इवेंट के लिए जाती हूँ, मैं पूछती हूँ मैं क्या पहनूं, तो लोग बोलते साड़ी. So I like that. But the third thing nobody knows about, and I want to quickly, very quickly share. I recently, about 4 years ago, I drove a truck in the Himalayas for a show called Ice Road Truckers. और वो एक 14 टन का ट्रक था. और बॉम्बे में मैं थोड़ा चलाती हूँ, इतना नहीं चलाती हूँ. जब ड्राइवर नहीं रहता है तो मैं बच्चों को इधर उधर लेकर जाती हूँ, तो मैं चलाती हूँ, but not a lot. So I drove over 21 days over all the highest motorable passes in the country and world. What am I saying? Khardungla and all of those. So that was also a first, a very exciting first for me. And I know a lot of women have driven Innovas and motorcycles and all, but not a truck. So I might be the only one. Yes. But anyway, having said that, yes, with firsts, a lot of brickbat and doing something unconventional, a lot of brickbats come your way. A lot of negativity comes your way. And cricket is a prime example of that, because before I did the cricket, there was no woman who was in cricket presentation. और एक बात मैं कह सकती हूँ कि इंडिया क्रिकेट क्रेजी है, पर बहुत ही वो पोजेसिव है क्रिकेट को लेकर. तो वो जो क्रिकेट के प्योरिस्ट है ना, उनको बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता कि एक महिला बैठी है प्रेजेंटेशन जो टेबल पर, ये तो गलत है, इसने कभी क्रिकेट नहीं खेला तो कैसे प्रेजेंट कर सकती है. सो देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिविटी आई फेस्ड. And like I told you, cricket taught me a lot of things. It taught me heaven and hell is in your head. It taught me to live in the moment. But I think the most important thing that cricket taught me is that not everybody has to like you. It's okay. The day we continue to live our lives, what will people think? What will people think? You know, I say this with no disrespect to my mother. I grew up with my mom saying this to me and not to my brother. Don't dress like this. What will people think? Don't be up till so late, or don't be out till so late. What will people think? What kind of family does she come from? This whole what will people think made me want to go in the opposite direction. So if you continue to worry about what people will think, and you know, being in this business, this business of entertainment is based on what will people think. But I see anything that gives me negativity, anything that gives me negative feedback, that's different from criticism. That's different from positive feedback. When positive feedback is constructive and you can improve yourself, that's one thing. Anything that just gives me negativity for the sake of negativity and criticism, I stay away from. So know this in life. Everybody is not going to like you. And that's okay. That's okay. And what will people think is really not a way to live life. The day I decided I do not care what people think, I'm going to live my life in my own terms. I have lived my own life in my own terms. I've tried to be the most authentic version of myself ever since then. And you know, it's a very liberating feeling when you stop taking people's negativity to heart, or taking what will people think to heart. So the day I stopped believing in, I don't want to know what people will think. I know I'm being the most authentic person, authentic version of myself. I'm doing the best I possibly can. I'm following the rules. I'm being true to myself and true to my brand and true to my organization. That's all that matters. You do what you have to do without harming anybody. Be the most authentic version of yourself, and that's all you need, really. And self-belief, of course.
Thank you so much.
As an add-on to this, I wish I had a whistle also.
Everyone loves you.
as an add-on to this, I will say this, self-belief is very, very, very important. All those of you who are sitting over here, just know you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. You have to believe in yourself first, which also we need to, apart from self-belief, a very, very important aspect which women especially should know about is self-love. And self-love is very, very different from selfishness. जब हम सेल्फ लव की बात कर रहे हैं, ये नहीं कि I'm a selfish person, I'm looking after myself. And self love is you take care of yourself, you look after yourself as a parent, as a working woman, as a mother, daughter, sister, wife, whatever. You take care of yourself so you can be the best version of yourself in your career, at home, as a daughter, as a daughter-in-law. Self-love means, for me, how do I practice self-love? I do not miss exercise. That is my me time. That is the time I gather my thoughts. That is the time I say my prayers. That is my time that nobody disturbs me. That is, so you got to find whatever it is that brings you to a happy place. So you can be the best version of yourself, because women are responsible for so many, not just their careers, but so many people. So if you can't be the best version of yourself, then you're not doing right by the rest of your family, by your organization. So, they say you can't pour from an empty cup. So fill your cup, keep your cup filled, so that you are the best version of yourself for all around you.
Thank you so much. That's such a lovely message, Mandira. I'm sure the audience wants to ask a lot of questions also, but before we start off with the Q&A, कोई एक message जो आप देना चाहेंगे हमारे सारे successful entrepreneurs को?
I had a lot of messages. I think I'll tell you this. I faced being in the business of entertainment. In the 20s, when I got into the business of entertainment, I was like, wow, I was wide-eyed, kitna acha hai. Every day something new happened. Then, as you get into your career a little bit, in the 30s, I started feeling a little insecure. Oh, you know what? She's doing better work than me. Oh, their work is better than mine. And oh, I wish I was doing this. Oh, I wish I was doing that. Oh, anytime now my career is going to end, because in entertainment they say women have a shelf life. So 30s went by in insecurity. And it was only in the 40s that I actually discovered self-love. So I'm saying I can't, stress on the importance of self-love enough. In the 40s, I discovered self-love and taking care of myself so I can be the best version of myself for everyone around me. And now I truly believe, yes, like I said, entertainment, they have a shelf life. Now I truly believe I will stop working when I want to stop working. I will stop working when I decide to hang up my boots. I'm not going to stop working. Love yourself to be the best version of yourself so you can do all that you want to do. Then, the sky's the limit.
Thank you so much, Mandira. And zordar taaliyan ho jaye for what a wonderful message. Thank you. Any questions? कोई भी पूछना चाहेंगे? Okay, we have Madhubala.
Here. Hi. Good
Is that a mic?
Yes.
आपने मुझे ऐसे mic क्यों नहीं दिया? I would have liked to hold that mic the whole time and talked into it. Very nice. Madhubala ji, बोलिए.
Hi, good morning, Mandira. You're looking very gorgeous.
Thank you. See, saris suit me.
Mandira, I have a question. आपने multitasking की बात की, तो is multitasking good or bad?
Is multitasking good or okay? That's a very good question actually. Multitasking is good when you have a lot to do, but it's very important that the task on hand that you are dealing with at this particular point of time, you've got other things going on, but what you are doing at this particular point of time, you have to be present for. तो आप दिन में चाहे 10 चीजें करें, पर जब आप इस टास्क में बिजी हैं, तो इस टास्क के लिए आप प्रेजेंट रहें, आप इसमें अपनी पूरी एनर्जी दें. फायदा नहीं है कि आप इसमें इसमें भी एनर्जी दे रहे हैं और वहां पे भी एनर्जी दे रहे हैं और वहां पे भी एनर्जी दे रहे हैं. यू हैव टू मैनेज योर टाइम इन सच अ वे दैट यू गिव ईच टास्क एंड ईच थिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू इट्स ड्यू. सो जब आप कुछ कर रहे हैं उसमें आप पूरी तरह से प्रेजेंट रहें. फिर बाकी 9 चीजें को आप भूल जाएं उस वक्त, और फिर दूसरे टास्क पर जब आप जाएंगे तो इसको भूल जाइए और उस पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें. सो दैट्स हाउ मल्टीटास्किंग शुड बी डन. Whatever you're doing, you have to be present for that in that very moment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry? This is the formula. This may be my formula. I didn't know. Thank you for making me discover that. Like right now, I know where my children are. I know they're in school. I know what's happening. I know what's happening at home. I have some renovations happening. I know that's happening here. That's happening there. But my focus is not there. My focus right now is here. You know, we are entertainment business ऐसा होता है कि कभी-कभी आपके लाइफ में अच्छी चीजें भी हो सकती हैं, बुरी चीजें भी हो सकती हैं. पर जब आप अपना काम कर रहे हैं, you cannot let anything that's happening in your personal life come to the forefront. So वो बोलते हैं ना, it's a cliche, the show goes on, the show has to go on. So take a cue from the entertainment business. In the moment that you're doing what you're doing at that particular point of time, the show has to go on. Okay? It doesn't matter what is happening in your personal life, you have to focus on the present moment. Again, it comes back to what we talked about. It is very important to be present in the moment. Because what do we have? हम आगे का कुछ जानते नहीं हैं. We don't know. And what's the point of, stressing about the past or, worrying about the future? All we have is this moment. All we have is this breath in and out. That's all we can actually, account for at any given point of time, right? The mic isn't working. Oh, वो cube कहाँ है?
Okay, we have another one here, Priyanka.
ये भी नहीं चल रहा.
Hello, yes. Hi Mandira, and you are looking gorgeous. I'm Priyanka Samadar and I'm from Kolkata. And before asking you, मैं जब LG देखी थी और तब से मैं आप जैसे वो स्वीट बनना चाहती थी और लोग मुझे वही बहुत स्वीट बोलते हैं, तो जस्ट वही मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगते थे बचपन से. एंड आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क यू कि आप बहुत बोल्ड स्टेप्स लेते हो, मैं आपको फॉलो करती हूँ, और जो स्टेप कभी कोई नहीं लिया हो आप लिए हो फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. आप जब वो बोल्ड स्टेप लिए हो उसके बाद 2 रिजल्ट होता है, आइदर यू विल विन और यू विल लूज. मुझे जानना है कि जब आप वो स्टेप लेके विन होते हो आपका क्या थॉट प्रोसेस रहता है, उसके बाद आप कैसे रिएक्ट करते हो, एंड आप जब कभी हार जाते हो कोई न्यू स्टेप लेके जो किसी ने कभी नहीं लिया, और वो हारने के बाद आपका क्या होता है थॉट प्रोसेस. आई वॉन्ट टू नो, क्योंकि मैं भी ऐसे कभी स्टेप्स लेती हूँ ना, तो ये मुझे जानना है.
प्रियंका, सबसे पहले मैं भी कहना चाहती हूँ आप बहुत स्वीट हो. आप बहुत स्वीट लगती हैं और आपके बोलने में बहुत मिठास है. अच्छा, जब भी मैं कोई स्टेप लेती हूँ जो पहले कभी लिया नहीं गया हो, तो मैं ये नहीं सोचती हूँ कि ये स्टेप पहले कभी नहीं लिया गया है, मुझे करना चाहिए या नहीं. मैं अपने इंस्टिंक्ट पर रिलाई करती हूँ. तो अगर मुझे लगता है कि मेरे बिलीफ सिस्टम में और मेरी समझ में ये सही है, ये किसी को हार्म नहीं कर रहा है, मैं अगर ये कर रही हूँ, दिस इज द मोस्ट ऑथेंटिक थिंग फॉर मी टू डू राइट नाउ, तो मैं करती हूँ. आगे अगर विन हुआ या लूज हुआ मैं सोचती नहीं हूँ. और अगर विन या लॉस की आप बात करते हैं, सक्सेस या फेलियर की आप बात करते हैं, मैं उसके बारे में नहीं सोचती हूँ. अगर हम हर स्टेप ऐसे लेंगे ये सोचते हुए कि ये स्टेप मैं अगर लूंगी तो ये विनिंग स्टेप होगा या ये लूजिंग स्टेप होगा, आपको बस वो स्टेप लेना है और देखना है कि डज इट अग्री विद व्हाट यू आर एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, डज इट अग्री विद योर बिलीफ सिस्टम, डू यू थिंक यू फील गुड अबाउट डूइंग इट, इज इट हार्मिंग एनीबॉडी, एंड इफ यू फील ओके अबाउट डूइंग इट देन डू इट. क्योंकि जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि मैंने ये सोचना मैंने परे कर दिया है, या अब मैं ऐसा सोचती नहीं हूँ कि व्हाट विल पीपल थिंक. वो what will people think के चक्कर में ना अगर आप एक बार पड़ जाओ ना तो उस चक्कर से आप कभी निकल नहीं पाओगे. So just know that yes. So just know that you're trying, whatever you're doing, you're being the most authentic person, version of yourself, the most authentic person that you can be. That's all that matters. If it agrees with your belief system, then go for it. And वो क्या है ना, success और failure, एक और चीज, वो success और failure जो आगे आएगा, you'll deal with it when you come to it. अभी आप उसके बारे में सोचना शुरू करोगे तो आप आगे बढ़ोगे ही नहीं. So live in that moment. At that moment, does it feel right? Does it not harm? If it does not harm anybody and feels right to you, do it. आगे सक्सेस होगा, आपको शाबाशी मिलेगी, आगे फेलियर होगा तो आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा उससे.
I can hand you mine.
Hi Mandira, my name is Archana Kumar, and of course one has seen you right from your Chandigarh days, and seen your success graph. It's awesome. I personally feel when you talked about self-love, I feel self-love is all about accepting yourself for who you are, what you look like, instead of being a wannabe. Trying to imitate somebody else, of course you should learn from others, of course you should try and pull yourself up and do different things and try what else that you can do. But at the end of the day, if you're always unhappy with yourself, what's the point of living? Absolutely. That's my take on it.
That's a beautiful take, I have to say. Self-love has many aspects. And yes, acceptance is a very, very beautiful thing. And the day you accept who you are, the way you are, it's a very beautiful, uplifting, it's a life-changing moment.
Absolutely.
So if we all of us as women, we have so many, so often we're like, oh, I don't, like, women don't even know how to take compliments very well. Are you're looking very nice. Yeah, oh, this whole thing that I put on. People say, wow, you've lost a lot of weight. Nahin. Just see, look at this, I still have this. So people don't know how to take compliments anymore. So, like when she told me you're looking very nice in a sari, of course I'm looking, look, I look so nice in a sari, don't I? That's also self-love. So acceptance is a very, very beautiful thing. There are many, many aspects to self-love. One is firstly, it comes from, the first stage is acceptance. Acceptance of who you are, the way you are. We're also so hard on ourselves. It's not just about our bodies. We're so hard on ourselves for the decisions we make. Sometimes, like Priyanka was saying, it's not a winning decision, it's a losing decision. Instead of success, it's led to failure. And then we beat ourselves up about it. And that is something I used to do a lot. I used to beat myself up about, really be hard on myself. Why did I do that? Damn, I should not have done that. I hate myself for doing that. And you know what? We are human. We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to, do things. At that point, it felt right to me. It didn't work out. Okay. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself for the mistakes you've made. Be kind to yourself for everything about yourself. The way you look, the way you are, the decisions you take. That is the first step of self-love. After that, when you say, okay, I accept myself for, the way I am now, I want to get on a health journey, not for cosmetic reasons. I want my heart to be healthy. I want my body to be healthy. I want to be like in the most healthful state, positive health, state that I can be for my children, for my husband, for my parents. I want to be able to take for myself. I want to be able to take care of myself and my family. So self-love has so many different aspects to it. And thank you. I didn't touch upon it. Thank you for, bringing it up. And thank you for showing us your aspect of self-love, because it is very, very important. Being kinder to oneself, that is self-love.
Hi ma'am, this side Anchal Vashne.
I never got your name.
आंचल वाशने.
Anchal.
यस मैम. मैम समटाइम्स क्या होता है कि जब हमारी निगेटिविटी होती है, बाहर से आ रही होती है, तो हम हैंडल कर लेते हैं इग्नोर करके, या फिर हम उस चीज को छोड़ के, मतलब कुछ भी. देन समटाइम्स क्या होता है कि हमारे घर से निगेटिविटी आती है कि ये मत करो, वो मत करो, ऐसा मत करो. देन उस केस में क्या करना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम फैमिली को तो इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते ना.
सही बात है. अब इसके आगे मैं क्या कहूँ. नहीं, पर मैं एक ऐसे फैमिली में बड़ी हुई हूँ जहाँ पे मेरे पेरेंट्स मेरे साथ बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट थे. तो वो मेरी मम्मी हर मोड़ पे मुझसे बोलती थी, ऐसे मत करो, आपका डेडलाइन है, आपको इस वक्त को वापस आना है, ऐसे कपड़े मत पहनो, लोग क्या सोचेंगे, लोग क्या सोचेंगे. मुझे बहुत सुनना पड़ा. पर जब तक आप अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ रहते हैं, आपको एक सेट ऑफ रूल्स फॉलो करने पड़ते हैं. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू कैन नॉट. मैं ये एडवाइस किसी को नहीं दे रही हूं कि बगावत करो, घर छोड़ के भाग जाओ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. While you're with your parents, while you're with your family, we have to be grateful for, at that time, maybe practice gratitude. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful that they've given me an education. I'm grateful for, yes, I'm grateful. ये strictness के बारे में मैं एक कुछ कहना चाहती हूँ. You know, like I said, I came from a conservative family. They put down a set of rules and they gave me an upbringing. And at the time, आपकी तरह मैं कहती थी, इतने रूल्स, ऐसा वैसा, मुझे पसंद नहीं है, मुझे like I don't like all these rules being put on me. But now I look back at my upbringing and I'm very, very thankful for it. Because, you know, the strictness also holds me in good stead. It's given me a sense of discipline. जो डिसिप्लिन मुझ में है, मैं अपने पिताजी की तरह मैं कभी लेट नहीं पहुंचती कहीं भी. I follow things by the book. I'm conscientious. I have a sense of discipline because of my family and because of my upbringing. So there's always something. वो बोलते हैं ना, there's always a silver lining everywhere. You just have to find that silver lining and say, okay, this is not the way I would like to live my life, but yes, till I live with my family, and till I have to follow a certain set of rules. But there's this I'm learning from it. There's this I'm gaining from it. So try and find the things to be grateful for. And then you won't be angry with your parents for all the rules they put down on you. घर वाले जब ऐसे करते हैं, वो आपके अच्छे के लिए कर रहे हैं. वो ये नहीं कर रहे हैं कि आप पर पाबंदी लगाएं. They're doing it for your own good from their own set of value systems. So just remember that. I look back at my upbringing and I'm very, very, very grateful. जितना भी मुझे उस वक्त लगा कि मेरे parents बहुत unfair हैं, this is not right. But now I'm very thankful. And I every now and then I send my parents a message saying, I thank you for your upbringing. I thank you for the set of values that you've given me. Because that has made me who I am. Of course, I took another path and I've worked and my life experiences have taught me certain things that I won't do with my children. Right? But what values they've given me, I will always, always be thankful for. Yes, Nitin.
Hi Mandira. First of all, there are two gorgeous ladies, intelligent ladies there on the stage. Generally, whenever I have the mic in my hand, I never feel nervous. But today I'm feeling that.
Sorry, I missed your name.
My name is Nitin.
Nitin.
Yeah, Mandira, one compliment for you first. You used to look the same. You're looking the same. Like the way you used to look in DDLJ. Right or not?
I look better.
Yeah, you are looking more better. Right.
कभी-कभी जब मैं वो फोटोज देखती हूँ, मैं बोलती हूँ ये मैं थी.
But that was also the best version of yours.
And then I look at myself now and say, ठीक है, this is a little bit of an improvement. I got my act together eventually.
So Mandira,
thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
My question to you is, you can see the majority here is women, right? So when a man comes to a sector, any field where majority is women, I personally respect...
You know what he has to do? Before
No.
you complete? When a man is in a place where there are majority women, you know what he has to do? He has to bow down.
Yes, exactly.
Saying, you are great. You are great. You are great.
So Mandira, my question is, I am in this business for last 7 years, and I joined this business for the purpose I want to empower women, and that's why I chosen this business. So all the other men who look at the business or any field where majority is women, and they think, no, I should not do this. यहाँ पर women ज़्यादा हैं, ये women oriented है. कई लोग dominating word use करते हैं, तो women dominating हो जाएगा. What do you think about those men? What do you want to say to change that mentality a little bit?
Firstly, I want to say I respect you. I respect you for being a part of a business like this where there are majority women. What is the number? What is the number? Yeah, 200 people over here. How many men in the business? About 12. Yes. So that's 6%, right? In this room. So firstly, great respect to you. And for those who think this, that's their problem. Okay? So what you are doing, you enjoy your job, you're passionate about your job, you're a path breaker. Because you're in a business where all the time we're hearing this as women, Acha, you're entering male bastion, you're doing something that women have never done before. You're doing something that men are not doing, and haven't done before. So good on you.
Thank you.
Good on you, and for those people who don't want to be a part of it, it's their loss. You are setting an example, you're a path breaker, and that's what you have to do. You have to just set the example. That's it. The rest will follow.
Thank you. I think this video
I'm
is going
saying
to work
at some
now.
point it'll be nice to see 50-50, right? Maybe there should be equality in that aspect over here in, Oriflame.
So here we go with the last question now. We
Yeah.
are...
Hi Mandira, you are looking fabulous. Myself Mutrisha Banerjee.
Your name, sorry?
Mutrisha.
Motrisha. Lovely.
Thank you.
My name is also Bengali, Mandira. I was born in Calcutta.
Okay. So I would like to ask you, what would you say that the one thing, the one key that we need to be successful in life?
I've said it before. I think the most important thing is self-belief. If you don't believe you can do it, very often we go into things, and if you go into anything, be it in your student life or be it in your, there's something called the law of attraction. There's a book I've been reading, and it's very nice. They say if you believe it, it'll happen to you. So whatever it is in life you go into, be it something you want to happen personally, be it, studies, exams, tests that you need to pass, you have to go into it with a positive mindset, with a mindset where you believe you can do it, where you believe you'll flourish, where you believe you'll be successful. If that self-belief is not there, no amount of years you put into a business or put into an organization or put into your job will yield any success if you yourself don't believe you can be successful. See yourself as a leader. See yourself as, the best you can possibly be in this business, and you'll find yourself there. So self-belief is the one mantra. Self-love, acceptance, self-belief, that's what will lift you up. Believing that you can do it is when you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, how many ever years you give into it, nothing will happen. No movement forward.
Thank you so much. And this is now the last question from Mr. Gandhi. I know, Aishwarya, we have lots of questions to ask, but we have a constraint of time.
Yes, when the gentlemen are in the minority and a gentleman puts his hand up, we must take his question.
Thank you.
Right. What's your name, sir?
मेरा नाम सुनील गांधी है.
सुनील जी.
हाँ. सबसे पहले तो मैं थैंक्स कहूँगा आपको, क्योंकि आपकी जो ग्लैमर हमने आज तक टीवी पे देखे थे, बल्कि आज यहाँ आके आपने जो एक अलग अंदाज में और हमारे बिजनेस को जो ज़रूरतें हैं वो आपकी ज़िंदगी से जोड़ के आपने जो हमें जो मोटिवेट किया है, हैट्स ऑफ यू.
थैंक यू.
एक सवाल ज़रूर है, क्योंकि मैंने अभी तक बहुत गौर से सुन रहा था. आप कह रही थी कि सक्सेस किसी को हार्म नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि मतलब आपने जो जिंदगी में किया है, जो अलग किया है. एंड अगेन मैं बताता हूं कि आपको देखो दुनिया शायद आज कर रही होगी, लेकिन यू आर लेजेंड.
आई एम.
हाँ. और मैं
ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा मोमेंट है सर.
yes.
किसी ने मुझे पहले कभी लेजेंड नहीं बोला. फिर से बोलिए.
यस, यू आर लेजेंड. एंड मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि आपने कई बार शब्द यूज किए थे कि सक्सेस किसी को हार्म नहीं होना चाहिए एंड अपना सक्सेस शायद किसी औरों को वो मोटिवेट होना चाहिए एंड अगेन वो एक अच्छे तरीके से लोग उसको देख के और भी लोगों के वुमन एम्पावरमेंट होनी चाहिए। लेकिन मैं इसको जोड़ता हूं, हमारे बिजनेस में कोड ऑफ एथिक्स होते हैं, तो शायद मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता था कि क्या ऐसे आपकी जिंदगी में ऐसे कौन से प्रसंग आए थे कि जो कि उस वजह से लोगों को नुकसान हो रहा था,
कभी
आपने किया नहीं है?
देखो, ये one thing we cannot shy away from is the fact there's competition of some sense in every business. Now, अगर आप जो भी कदम उठा रहे हैं, जो भी कर रहे हैं, अगर आपके बिलीफ सिस्टम से अग्री करता है और आप आगे बढ़ते हैं उससे, तो आप किसी को हार्म नहीं कर रहे हैं. You are concentrating on your process.
Yeah.
And if your process and the way you have your systems are in place and the way your process works, if it takes you to success, then how is it harming anybody? अगर उनके systems और उनका process इतना बढ़िया नहीं था कि आप वहां पहुंचे और वो नहीं पहुंचे, that's not harming anybody. It is very important कि आप जो भी करें, it should agree with your belief system and it should not harm anybody else. Yes. If you get ahead because you have done well, how does that harm anybody?
Yeah.
That doesn't, right?
Yeah.
If you have a certain goal that you give yourself, that's why, I like the game I don't play it, but I like the game of golf. The game of golf is this, that you're not playing against anybody, you're playing against your own handicap. So agar aapka handicap 7 hai, your game is determined basis that. So the goals that you set for yourself should be, that's why I keep saying, the best version of yourself. It shouldn't be, मैं भी ना 30s में ऐसे थी, अरे देखो उसको इस शो में रोल मिल गया, काश मुझे मिलता. I believe there's work enough for everybody. Even in your business, there's work enough for everybody. You have to achieve your goals, you have to get to a certain level in your business. You focus on your process. You don't worry about other people's process. Their process is their process. Their success is their success. You have to focus on yours, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't agar aapne kuch, illegal is not the word. If you've done something amoral, aapne kisi aur ke clients ya kisi aur ke, then if you poach somebody else's clients or then you are doing somebody harm. So you have to question yourself, when I take this step, am I doing somebody else wrong? So that is the thing you need to keep in mind. Every time you're taking any step forward, any decision you're making, as long as it agrees with you and you are doing the right thing according to your belief system. If you have a messed up belief system, then I can't talk. Then I don't know. अगर आपको लगा कि मुझे सक्सेस चाहिए चाहे कुछ भी हो, किसी के भी मतलब उंगलियों पे मैं चल के मैं आगे बढ़ूंगा, then I can't help you. Then I don't have an answer to that question.
Yes.
I think that is never long term, right? So thank you so very much. And now I would request, Frederick wants to say thank you to you, Mandira. Please welcome the powerhouse of Oriflame back on stage.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Small gift. Thank you. And we also have some product for you, so enjoy.
आपको पता है ये जो है ना ये मेरा फेवरेट है, मैं काफी टाइम से यूज कर रही हूँ. इसका जो फेस स्क्रब है, ओह, this is beautiful. Yeah, but there's a face scrub also, right?
There is a different one.
Yeah, but milk and honey.
Yes.
The milk and honey series. Oh! Thank you. This is a really wonderful hamper of goodies. And I just have to say, it's been such a beautiful morning. Thank you so much. I was listening to you backstage and I was like, wow, this man is so inspiring, isn't he? मैंने कहा इनके बाद मुझे आना है ना तो मेरी छुट्टी हो जाएगी. But I meant to say that if I'm coming after you, you're a really tough act to follow. No, but honestly, it's so nice that, your people are so inspired by you and you're such an inspiring leader. They're lucky to have you. Big round of applause. And for Shifali. Come on, make some noise.